That's kind of cool, right? All right. Anyway, let's take a look. So we closed kind of flat on the day. It's up 27 BPS day over day, but we closed a little lower than open. Open was at 47.2485. Yeah. So open over close actually down on the day, but close over close up. Yes, back at 47.75, the most annoying price in the world. It took most of the day for it to break down from here, so I'm glad to see that we've made it back. Nothing like one big fat end of day pump to stabilize everything. Commodities up again today, a little more significantly, 2.24%. One of the biggest overnight moves I've seen commodities in a while. Dixie down 94 basis points alongside yields, which have been dropping for the majority of the day. The 10-year 20 and 30 getting hit the hardest at the end of today, losing 11, 13, and 14.7 points respectively. The 2 years down to 4.382. The 10 years almost under 3.8. So correlation on the 3 and 1 month both down today. Still seeing increased volatility in equities and decreased volatility in indexes. Definitely a lot of leaning into the dispersion trade today. After the massive blowout yesterday, it looks like volatility yields are kind of turning around a little bit, but not much. And USD JPY continues to drop. Move, I don't know what that's going to look like for today, but I would expect bond volatility would be up given how hard yields have been dropping. Maybe not. Skews kind of topping out again. Skews at 32, so we're kind of getting that level where bigger and bigger, like 1 and 2 and 3 sigma moves are going to have higher probability. VIX correlation's improving a bit, but still very, very negative. Now in 89.66% of the S&P back over its 20-day moving average. USD JPY 141.84. It's down 72 basis points on the day. We're still looking for that to break that 141.60 resistance, and then we'd be looking to 138.10 after that. GME closed up today about 5%, I think, 4.49. I still think this is getting mostly floated on the back of short-dated calls and the upside in the indexes. I don't really think anything's being covered here. There's any actual interest in GME itself, so I would expect at the first opportunity for this to push back against the very light call buying that's occurred, it will, and the price will probably go down pretty quickly. Upstart kind of got locked up around 15% above Gamma Max today and just sat there. No significant improvements after the bounce. It looks like it's dropping a little bit in after hours. Still really just risky to play. I don't think shorts are ready to get squeezed out here, and I don't really feel like Gamma Max is moving substantially higher. So yeah, it's just kind of caught in limbo. You could try to play it, but the problem with that is it can lose like $10 in a candle. It's very, very illiquid. It looks like Fubo actually ended up, so it still closed the day above 350. There's a little bit of expansion and liquidity over the last 4 days, but no signs of any intentional covering, kind of just forced covering. This could change after OPEX. I would like to see it get a little bit more illiquid, but it doesn't always. Sometimes Fubo's tips don't cross. And if that's the case, it may be setting up for a move to like 4 or 5. So something to think about. Top again, no covering, but price, a little bit of price improvement. Well, in after hours, I guess, on the day. It did actually make a new high today of 2020, but ultimately pulled back under $2. Still no covering there, still being shorted. I think once we see covering there, though, it's really got the potential to move. BYND, so they managed to keep beyond below gamma neutral today, for the most part, which was at 10.56. Today's the last day with like no forced covering. Tomorrow, so Friday and Monday both have about 500,000 roughly 400,000 a day in forced covering, which is, about 4 times, 5 times more than what we saw today. And then after that, going into the middle of next week, it ramps up to 800,000, a million shares a day that need to be covered. So I think this is not only still in a really good position to move more, but the forced covering coming in could really have a big effect. All right, that's it.